If you feel overworked, burnt out, exhausted, or fragmented, then you probably are in desperate need of feminine energy to restore, inspire, and enliven you. Here's what the feminine energy is all about, plus how to embody it to bring more balance into your life. These are, for example, some of the traits of women with a well-balanced feminine energy. And yes, of course, this is the dream. But let's be honest, if you are watching this video, it's because more likely you are tuned into the bonded feminine energy. And what is bonded feminine energy? It's when the authentic feminine essence is prevented from being fully expressed because of the bonds you carry from the past. This bonding can be from our families, our present or past romantic partners, the society, or any other situation in which we have felt unsafe or unsupported. Bonded feminine energy comes from traumatic or abusive experiences from the past. Emotional abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse, or neglect are probably the most common ones. I will put on the screen now the main personality traits that are associated with the bonded feminine energy. All of us humans possess feminine and masculine energy regardless of our sex gender. But just to try to simplify this a bit, we as humans have the potential to be the happiest when we have one of these two energies, feminine or masculine, one of those being the predominant energy, and then we have a little bit of the opposite energy. But I will explain that more in depth later in this video. But just as for now, let's concentrate on the personality traits of each one of the energies. So these will be the main personality traits of a well-balanced masculine energy, and I will be referring as this well-balanced masculine energy as divine masculine. And these will be the main personality traits of the masculine energy when it's off balance. And throughout this video, I will be referring as this as bonded masculine energy. Divine masculine and divine feminine cannot exist without each other. Despite our cultural associations of masculine or feminine, these both energies live within each one of us. They just might not be evenly balanced. Too much masculine and we get aggression and domination. Too much feminine energy and we get disempowerment and stagnation. The energy of the feminine embodies the healer, the nurturer, the compassionate, the peacemaker, while the masculine energy focuses on achieving and doing. They are meant to complement and support each other. They are like the yin and yang. Healthy feminine energy contains within a little bit of masculine healthy energy. A dot of masculine energy balances very well the feminine energy. It gives a little bit of more structure and focus. On the other hand, healthy masculine energy contains within a little bit of healthy feminine energy. A dot of feminine energy softens and deepens the emotions of the masculine energy and brings it to a good balance. The problem comes when the dot is either too big or too small. Any of these circumstances will throw off the healthy balance between these energies. And that's when the bonded masculine and bonded feminine come into play. Now I will go through 8 concepts that will help you to understand feminine energy on a much deeper level. We are not here to do everything men can do. We are here to do everything men can't do. Femininity thrives in safety. Oh my god, this is so true. I was extremely masculine growing up because I simply didn't feel safe. Once I consciously started the journey towards healing, my femininity finally blossomed, and it has been such a wonderful feeling. Feminine energy has nothing to do with the way someone looks like. Before I came across with this whole concept of feminine energy, I remember when I was younger, I had this friend, Monette was her name, and she wasn't the stereotypical girly girl, but she had rather a tomboyish style. But yet I would never see her as masculine. She was constantly displaying this soft, like energy that was coming off her in waves. I had never once heard her criticizing or putting down any women. She got this calm personality, but she wasn't shy or quiet. She was setting boundaries in simple but firm ways. I was always so happy to be around her because her presence was so refreshing, spontaneous, and light. I haven't seen her in more than 10 years because I've been moving from country to country like 10 times. But now that I came across this whole concept of feminine energy, I completely understand how to describe her. She was a girl that was absolutely tuned into her healthy feminine energy. She's literally the perfect definition of healthy feminine energy, but in a real life person. Remember, having masculine energy is not bad in the slightest, but it's just that sometimes we have the tendency to embrace this masculine energy when we feel weak or when we try to be different, but actually embracing the feminine energy could help you feel way more comfortable with yourself and with whom you truly are. Don't repress yourself. I personally struggled for so long to express my femininity. I was always in control, in anger, and even though this masculine energy brought me a lot of boundaries, success, money, and ambition, I ended up feeling absolutely numb. I wasn't feeling myself. I was thinking I was the shadow of I one day was. I ended up being absolutely expressionless. Thanks God I changed and now I feel so much better, but I highly recommend women to tune into their feminine energy to feel more aligned. You need both energies in you. Repressing one is just never good. Just calm down and go with the flow. Stop forcing things, stop controlling things, stop planning things so much. Let go on the control, and I promise you will receive so many unexpected good and bad things, but mostly good. Connecting with the divine feminine energy that lives within us, it's all about slowing down and being rather than doing. It's also about embodying qualities such as compassion and intuition. And remember that the world is looking at you differently when you feel confident and happy about your life. The association between femininity and weakness. Some women grow up or are forced to grow up with the association that femininity is weak, and so they reject their femininity as hard as they can. This can happen at a conscious level or at an unconscious level. Most women will suppress their femininity at an unconscious level, and that's why it's so hard for them to see what they are doing. It's like an autopilot response that happens so quick that leaves the person without realizing it's suppressing femininity. And again, repressing femininity doesn't mean you will look like a man or you will be speaking as a man. Some women can look stereotypically very feminine, but they can be at the same time very aggressive, abusive, controlling. They may struggle to feel anything, and those personality traits belong to the bonded masculine energy. And then these women who possess predominant bonded masculine energy tend to attract men who have a predominant bonded feminine energy. And those romantic relationships never tend to feel really good, because in such scenarios, people will feel out of balance. Also, I would like to clarify that there is not right or wrongs when it comes to energies. If you're a woman with a predominant masculine energy and you feel good like that, then that's perfect. That means that you are tuned into the divine masculine energy and not into the bonded masculine energy. If you are a man and you have a predominant feminine energy and you feel good like that, that's great. There's nothing to change. This whole topic has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with genders. No judgment over here. Just change if you feel uncomfortable or out of balance, but if not, perfect. I have this other video where I speak about frugality and all its benefits for achieving a better quality of life. So if this topic sounds interesting to you, please don't forget to check.